was a radical lesbian feminist working in a women's refuge, to have it considered that I only came out last year. I started out when I was at university working on Women's Liberation Switchboard, and then from that transitioned into working in a women's refuge. So my heart has always been very strongly with the welfare sector, and the importance of voluntary organisations, the like of which are supported by this group, I know and support and have for a very long time had a great belief in, and a huge, huge amount of respect for the people who do that kind of work. So I think the thing for me, what was the Daisy? Sorry about that. I'm not that professional a gay person, never mind. There was a lot of discussion about the timing of when I would come out, and Adam, listening to your story about growing up in regional Victoria, I think I can trump that, because I grew up in Croydon during the Sharpie era, which, let me tell you, was not a good time to be realising that you were gay. I first came out to my sister when I was 17, and it was terrifying. There was absolutely nothing then there was, you know, no Xena Warrior Princess. There was no Ellen DeGeneres. There was nothing, and it was the most isolating and terrifying experience. And I have to say, my sister and I have always been extremely close, and my family have been fantastic. I am one of the lucky ones. But like all gay people, we're a particular kind of minority in that we're different from other minorities. Other minorities, they share their minority status with their family. But as a gay person, your minority status is what may actually endanger your belonging within your own family. And that is a particular stake that drives into your heart in a way like no other. Now, despite support from my sister, despite politics, for whatever reason, and a whole lot of very complex reasons, I was very badly affected by internalised homophobia. And I think that's one of the things that I want to address tonight, because the theme is yesterday once more, and I think there's a lot of focus on young people in the future, and that's extremely important. But I think a lot of us are carrying a lot of damage from the harm that was done to us by an oppressive culture that made us feel that we were disgusting, that we were shameful, a whole range of things that no one should have to feel about themselves. It's like we've had to go from the discourse of shame to the discourse of pride, with nothing but a parade to help us along the way. And I think there's an enormous amount of healing that has to be done. So, from those beginnings as a sort of welfare worker, I found that I could have gone down that path and been an out person, and maybe I would have been less subjected to homophobia than I was, but for whatever reason, the particular talents that I had led me into a very mainstream path. And that's how I eventually came to be in all the films that I've been in, the television shows. And I think in some ways, what I represent, very well embodied, I have to say, in Sharon Strzelecki. And I'm there on behalf of all of you, any of you who have felt those feelings, as the gay battler, who is a survivor and who is an eternal optimist. But I think that's one of the things that I do want to talk about tonight, and I won't go on for terribly much longer because I know the night is running long. It's been an amazing, amazing experience for me to come out. I am one of the, as I said, I have been out to family, friends, blah-de-blah for ages, but that thing of being totally out to everyone, although I'll tell you what really fucks me off, is that I thought when I come out publicly, great, I won't ever have to go through that excruciating thing of coming out again, and then I'll meet someone who didn't see the project or hasn't read the newspaper and go, fucking kidding me. So it doesn't end. There's no end to it. You're always coming out. There's always someone to come out to.